Alright, so hello. I'm going to demonstrate our Concordia AI assistant agent, chatbot. So it's a multi-agent chatbot system that we've developed to help students access information about Concordia University computer science program admissions, as well as artificial intelligence related questions and general topics. So this system uses a React frontend, as you can see here, with a fast API backend, as you can see on the Swagger Hub interface. So it is connecting to Olama's Mistral language model. That's the one we chose. What makes our system special is the multi-agent architecture that routes questions to specialized agents based on the content. So I'll show you how it works through several example interactions. So first, on the Swagger Hub interface, let me just um, do a regular greeting. So hey, um, how are you? I need help. Then I'll execute, and then we'll get a response. And for the front end, I will say the same thing. So hello. I hope you're doing fine. Could you please help me today? Thank you. Alright, now you can see the interface. It will output something. Let me check the Swagger Hub. Okay, so it did generate a response. So hello, I'm here to assist you. I see that you have questions, but it appears that you haven't specified what you need help with, etc., etc. And as you can see, it used the general agent. And the conversation ID is basically for memory. So if I input the conversation ID 26, it will know what was said before, basically. All right, so yes, so we have an answer here as well. So hello, it's a pleasure to assist you. Of course, how may I help you today, etc., etc. So as you can see, the system responded with a general greeting. So behind the scenes, our agent selection system analyzed my query and determined it was a general conversation, um, a general conversation starter without specific domain requirements, basically. So this triggered our general agent, as you can see here. Um, the agent selection process works by analyzing the semantic content of messages, identifying intent, and routing to the appropriate specialized agent. So for general queries like this, no external knowledge retrieval was necessary. The response was generated directly from the Mistral model parameters with conversation context. So next, let's try the admission agent. I'll ask this question. What are the admi uh, admission requirements for the Bachelor of Computer Science at Concordia University? Send. So hopefully it will call the admission agents. So this specialized agent will be selected because our query classifier detects keywords related to admission and Concordia program. So behind the scenes, several things happened. The agent activated its retrieval augmented generation system, so the RAG. Our web scraping module will retrieve up-to-date information from Concordia's computer science program pages. The face vector stores found the most relevant document chunks based on semantic similarities. These relevant passages are injected into the prompts sent to the LLM. So the model generates a response grounded in the actual admission requirements. So this will ensure that responses about admissions contain factual and current information rather than potentially outdated knowledge from the Mistral model training data. So as you can see here, so first requirements meets Concordia minimum admission requirement. Two is the required core courses for the Bachelor of Computer Science, including mathematical basics, 3, etc., etc. These are all information that we can find on the websites. And yes, let's do a follow-up question still on this agent. Um, so let me ask this question. Are there specific math courses required for the comp science admission? So hopefully the system will recognize this as a follow-up question related to admissions. So it should maintain context from previous interaction. So so the system will maintain conversation history for context, perform another rack lookup, specifically targeting mathematics requirements. The web scraping module will extract prerequisite information from Concordia's academic pages, and the response will generate specific course names. Let's wait. Yes, as you can see, the following specific math courses are required for Bachelor of Computer Science: Calculus 1, Calculus 2, Linear Algebra. It even retrieved the course numbers from Concordia, so Math 251, Math 252, and then some added information. So linear algebra, as CEGEP or high school, they must have a minimum CRC of 22 for admission, which is good. So we showcased that how our system handles follow-up questions while maintaining conversational context. Let's move on to the next example. This time, let's try to use the AI expert agent. So I'll ask this question. So regarding an AI paper that was recommend, uh, recommended to me, please tell me about the paper. Um, okay, so this was a paper that the professor spoke about during the lecture. It's about the transformer um, model architecture. So it's a really popular one. So from archive. All right. So normally, the AI expert agent will take over this time. So the query classifier will detect that it was an AI research question requiring specialized knowledge. Um, so the archive client module will be activated to retrieve information about this specific paper. The the agent will access metadata and abstract information from the archive API. Hopefully, the response will be enhanced with technical details about specifically about the transformer architecture, and the agent will provide additional context about the paper significance in the field. So for the AI expert agents, so for the RAG that we use, so we use Archive API and GitHub API. So if I ask question also about retrieving specific repository on GitHub, so some AI repository like Olama or LangChain, it will be able to pick it up. All right, so as you can see this time, it was the AI expert agent that was called, which is good. And here are the information. So attention is all you need. The authors, yes. We even have the URL and the summary. So the paper proposed the transformer architecture for machine translation tasks, etc., etc. And we have more information. It was published in 2017, etc., etc. So I believe that was the paper that kickstarted ChatGPT craze. Anyway, so let's move on with the last prompt. So this time, let's go back to just a general knowledge question. So let's see. Please recommend me some books about um, in the fantasy fantasy. So hopefully the system will route back. So the query, okay, it's taking time. So the agent will use general knowledge from the language model, which is Mistral, without specialized external source. Um, it relies on the model training data. So we can see it here. So we have the general agent, assistant agent, and the Wikipedia client could potentially be activated for specific books information if needed. That's something that was implemented as well. So it recommended a Game of Thrones, a classic, The Hobbit, The Lord of the Rings, etc., etc. Yes. So as you've seen, our Concordia AI assistant chatbot dynamically routes queries to the most appropriate specialized agent. So each with access to different knowledge sources and response capabilities. So the system successfully integrates multiple specialized agents, admission, AI expert, general, retrieval augmented generation for factual accuracy, so RAG. As you can see, for both the admission and the AI expert. So for the admission, it was scrapping the Concordia website, and for the AI expert is having the API from Archive for AI research and GitHub for repository as well. Um, So it is persistent with conversation context, and the visual differentiation of agent types through well through this. So for each response, it tells you which agent was called. So general assistant, AI expert, admission, general assistant, which is a good added feature. Well, that's it. Thank you.